Hola, all you wonderful people. My name is Fellow Worker, and I am coming to you from Iqaluit, Nunavut. Thank you for coming to my channel. Today is day 6 of the Midnight Sun Summer Series. So let's have a look at that 11 o'clock sky. So as we continue to follow the sun to its longest day on Summer Solstice, where I'm going to do my first live stream, let's go over the daily update. Today the sun rose at 2:31 a.m. and will set at 10:35 p.m. That's 3 hours and 56 minutes of twilight. Civil twilight. Hey, have you done your homework yet? I assigned some homework in day 3. I really hope some of you can watch it and we can talk about it during the live stream. So up here you have basically public sector jobs and private sector jobs. So those jobs, as far as my understanding, they have good pay and benefits and allowances to allow you to afford the high price of living here. The high price of food, gas, rent, all of that stuff. You do get extra money in your paycheck to help you live up here. The other types of jobs are private sector jobs. In day 5, when I was doing my silly song, We Got Stores, you learned about all the stores and services. So that's private sector, and employees work there too, of course. I'm not sure if they get allowances. I have to be honest, I don't really know. But the big difference that I do know with the private and the public sector, and this is part 2 of the topic, but up here in the north, often you need housing. And housing is often tied to your job. So in that first group of the public sector employees, a lot of them have subsidized housing. And that might even be a taxable benefit. I'm not 100% sure. In the private sector, I don't know if you get housing all the time. And if you don't get housing, you'd be subject to the private real estate market. So from stuff that I've heard, it's pretty expensive. People might find themselves in the government jobs and have good housing that way. But remember, I said your housing is tied to your job. And this is where I want to say something. There are people out there who don't have jobs. And there are people out there who don't have housing. And I want to be very clear. My channel is trauma informed. And this is a no shame zone. There's no shame for a person who doesn't work. There's no shame for someone who has mental health issues from intergenerational trauma. There's no shame for somebody who struggles with addictions. So that's the environment that I want to create here. I may have mentioned that I'm going to be leaving in a few months. I want to show you as much as I can before I leave. And I want to thank you for joining me today and all the other days. Making this series has helped my mental health. I hope you all can join me for day 7. I have no idea what I'm going to talk about yet. I could talk about that fly that I just saw earlier, just flying in circles, and how hypnotized I was by watching it. I'm sure you have lots of flies where you are, but we don't until now. And you realize, I've been pretty lonely. I'm just going to sit and watch this fly. Ain't nature beautiful? Or maybe I could talk about what it's like having no highways, and not in the pollution way that I talked about earlier, but what it's like to not send your body barreling down a highway at speeds that, do we ever think about how that affects our body? I'm going to see you tomorrow. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. There's a ton of more information coming out and a live stream. Thank you so much. Fellow worker, over and out.